the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jackson will keep it. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jahad Campbell from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
They'll start with the option. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, Eagles.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Boy, shifts past him. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 41 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
That's why I never ask for help.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And we'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Again, it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Henry not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Play action. Now Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, look at the juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough.
To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Jackson. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, but he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
A gain of 12. First down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And
Good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. Barkley inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
second down. Here's the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 32 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Luke now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive of 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And an Eagles first down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one, 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Terrace Marshall from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. A beautiful fake. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's good. Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first and goal. Jackson. Check down here for Henry. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On the counter, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 4.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. This is third and goal. Throwing, Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll come up now. This is second and long. Throwing is Hurts. Pass complete. Goddard.
Hurts pass. Complete to Dallas Goddard. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts. Dotson, he's got it. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over to Melvin Smith. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. To throw again on second down. Hurts. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to midfield. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
They begin with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down. Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Henry up the middle. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. It's shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Gets around him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And out now come the Eagles. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get in that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.